Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Friday, June 8th, 2012. It's another volatile start to the markets. Let's start off with the S&P 500 E-mini futures. You will see that the futures are trading down by about $6.25. Problems out of Europe are starting to brew again. It looks like Spain is asking for help, and that has now become official. So let's take a look at the U.S. dollar index. We know when the U.S. dollar index pops, the market drops, and that's exactly what you're seeing today. Dollar having a big move overnight, rallying pretty sharply and trading just off the highs this morning, around 82.81. This is the U.S. dollar index futures contract. Once again, the dollar's higher, the market's lower. That's the bottom line. And this dollar is very strong as of late. So tells me the problems in Europe are going to remain. They're going to be there for a while, and you have to watch each and every step going forward. We also know when the dollar is stronger, it will affect the price of gold and oil. This morning, you do have gold down another 8 points or $8 to $15.80 per ounce. You also have oil down $2.35, and that is declining on light sweet crude to $82.47 per barrel. So once again, the dollar is stronger, commodity prices are weaker. One thing I did notice earlier was that a lot of the commodity stocks, such as BHP Billiton, Rio Tinto, they are also trading lower this morning, sharply lower as well. They're down significantly. You're looking at a couple of points on a gap down here this morning. So the dollar has a big effect, and personally, a strong dollar is good because it lowers energy, lowers food prices, and in my opinion, that's what we need to be lowered. But I guess the powers that be don't see it that way. In any case, stronger dollar, weaker market. However, you'll have cheaper energy, cheaper food prices, and that's always a good thing. So it's always a positive, at least if you live in the United States and you see the dollar stronger. But I do see Rio Tinto weaker today, BHP, I'm sure Freeport Mac is also lower. Yeah, and you have most of the gold stocks lower, and the GLD this morning really taking a pretty big hit as well. Trading at 153.22. That is off the lows, but nonetheless closed at 154.50 yesterday. So pretty decent decline, all on the back of a stronger dollar. Let's take a look at the USO this morning, which is oil. Yeah, that's back down to 31. Yesterday, oil traded up to 31.72. So you're having a decent fall in oil today as well. This is all on the back of the U.S. dollar index. Keep an eye on that index. If that index remains strong, it will put more pressure on the stock market. You could see just as a few minutes that I've been speaking here, the dollar has started to move up higher again. And look at the futures; they're down almost 7 points now. So again, stronger dollar, weaker market. Bottom line, that's the way it works. All right, a few other things to talk about here this morning. We elaborated a little bit on the Spanish news in Asia last night. The Nikkei was down over 2%, so pretty big decline there in the Nikkei. The Shanghai index, which I believe is the most important, even after announcing a rate hike, the Chinese market was still down 12 points or about 0.5%. There is problems in the rising sun, so be careful there. Again, watch these Chinese ADRs today. If the U.S. market is weak, they could be weak as well, not really benefiting from that rate cut. Lasted all about 4 or 5 hours yesterday. But again, there's problems in China, slowing down, and all the European markets for the most part are lower today, with the exception of the IBEX 35, which is Spain. That is up, I believe, 0.8%, but that thing can drop in a heartbeat. So keep an eye on the European markets, keep an eye on the dollar. The dollar moves higher, Europe will be a little bit weaker. Let's take a look at some stocks in the news. You do have a fair amount of stocks out there today. I'm going to start off with McDonald's. McDonald's is getting clipped today. I don't know what's going on there, but McDonald's is selling off pretty sharply. Closed yesterday at 88.38. Today it's trading at 86. I wouldn't touch the stock right now. The stock's going down. It looks like to 83, maybe $82. There's a little bit of support here at 86, but it is not worth it, in my opinion, to jump on McDonald's at this level. That level's been tested once before. Any kind of selling pressure, that level will break. McDonald's could test 83, maybe 83.25, in that vicinity, but there's no need to get in front of McDonald's here. Let's take a look at Chesapeake Energy. This stock has been in the news every single day. This morning it's trading up a little bit to around 1840. Has maybe upside to 19 max. I don't see it getting above that. Looks like the company sold off some assets, a few $1 billion worth of assets. But either way, I'm just not seeing any real strength in this stock. Around $20, it has a wall of resistance. Let's take a look at this Molina Healthcare. Yesterday, this stock was pummeled lower. Today, the stock is catching a big bid, trading back up to around $21. I got to be honest, I'm not touching this thing with a 10-foot pole. I'd leave it alone. Nobody knows what's really going on with the stock. It's all over the map. There really is nothing to do here on this Molina Healthcare. If you own it and you were holding from yesterday, lock it in, take some profits, or trail your stop loss. But there is nothing to do here, and this stock just continues to remain very, very volatile on a session-to-session basis. All right, let's take a look at CMTL. This is an oldie but goodie, Comtech Telecommunications. Stock is catching a bid this morning. If the markets hold up, this stock has an upside bias to around 31.25, 31.40 maybe. It'll even be tough to get through the $30.80 level, so be careful here. I don't see a lot of strength in it, but if this gap up is a little bit of strength, so you got to respect it. But overall, I honestly just don't know if this has the muscle to get above that 31.30, 31.40 level. Looks like a wall of resistance around that area, and it may not even last until that time. So be careful there. The upside resistance point is going to be 31.40. That's a conservative level. I'm not even sure if it will get up there. Did see another stock in the news today, PRGS. Let's take a look here. I don't know this name. I've never traded this before, but Progress Software, I did see it getting hit this morning. It's down sharply. Closed yesterday at 20.29. There is nothing to do on this stock as far as I'm concerned. It'll have a little bit of support around 17, and then it's really down to around the $16 level. After that, really, I would go look at $15. This is a strong gap down, so be careful. Try not to get. I wouldn't get in front of this. It's also a thin volume name, so these thin stocks have a tendency to overshoot to the downside. Be very, very careful with this one. But this thing, before it's all said and done, could wind up down to as low as $15. So you got to be careful there. Other than that, I'm not seeing a lot of activity or big moves in a lot of different names. It is a Friday. Volume will get light around the 11:30, 12 o'clock level area. So watch that, and we'll see how this market plays out. But right now, starting off a little bit on the weak side, but not horrible. If the dollar fades, obviously the market will get a little bit more of a bid. But keep an eye on that U.S. dollar index the entire session. Okay, everybody, we're going to leave it there. It's a Friday. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you all on the charts Monday morning. Take care now.